I call this meeting to order.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to your grateful hearts for all you do for us on a daily basis. We thank you for guiding the crews as we got through this last water order, that God, you allowed them to move expeditiously and get resolved. God, we pray for direction going forward in this issue and as many others that our city has to face. And we ask.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor Vernon. Here. Alderman Phillips.
Here.
Alderman Weaver. Here. Alderman Crockett. Here. Alderman Walker. Alderman Fair. Here. Alderman Benjamin. Administrator Asbury. Yeah, I'm here. Have a quorum.
Sir, we should have two claims reports, one with the gearboxes that we've been waiting on for the sewer plant. Doesn't have too much questions, concerns.
Did we all get these gearboxes installed?
Yes, they're running.
That's good. Good news.
Yeah, there's some good news. Anything else? The minutes, you wanna talk about?
Yes, I just had to make a correction on there. I did not, when I printed it out, I did not get Mr. Asbury was not at the last council meeting, so I had to correct that to show that she was not present.
So one in your packet is a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, it's a good change.
Yes, that was the only correction.
Sir, questions? I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we confirm the minutes and pay the bills.
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? Motion passes. Scott, you wanna go first?
Sure.
All right, we opened bids on the pavilion for the erection. The building came in at $46,300, right in line with what we thought it would, which is great. So I believe the material was 44 something like that. We're well under the 100,000, which is what we wanted to try and accomplish. So what I need tonight is a notice of award for the project to Versalois Construction, the amount of $46,300. Then also authorizing the mayor to sign the contract agreement so that we can kind of expedite this matter.
Make a motion. We accept it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
Now, this bid, since it was under $50,000, it's kind of a rule of thumb that, you know, it's at the discretion of the city whether they want to require payment performance bonds in this project. It's up to you. It's just an insurance policy. The bonds are insurance policies. So for less than $50,000, it's sometimes not worth it, and it takes a little time to get.
What's your recommendation?
I recommend that you don't require.
And the risks if we don't.
You risk that one of his employees doesn't get paid, then obviously it's gonna come back to the city for restitution.
If one of First Choice's employees doesn't get paid.
Right.
I'm not terribly worried
I'm
about
not worried about that either.
It's a good contractor, exactly, I don't think we don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
The other one, performance payment bond is materials, and you're purchasing the materials yourself. So the concrete, that is very minimal of what they're gonna be purchasing. Most all of their, the part in this project is.
I'm good if we go.
Alright, I'll pass that on. I want you to sign whenever. You want it now or later?
You can set them up there on this pile and have it in a minute for you.
Do we have a motion?
Yes.
Do we have a motion?
Is there a
Second.
Roughly. All in favor?
While we're on the subject of the pavilion, the building package, I talked to a salesman on that one this weekend. It's about 10 weeks out, so that's how long we have to wait.
I also recommend that they do a submittal.
Okay.
I don't wanna get caught again, not checking the design.
Yes, and that was in the email that he got.
That would add 2 weeks to it, so you're looking
Yes.
at 12 weeks, and you need to select that color.
That's been done. I went ahead and did that. And so once we have this, I will be in contact with him tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, what's the difference between 10 weeks and 12 weeks at this time?
Exactly. And plus the security of us checking their design, I feel more comfortable this round. Any questions? Next.
Here, I'm gonna open it up to public. Questions, concerns?
Josh Runyon, back again. And so I'll write my name down when I'm done. Live over Sunnyview Circle, Countryside. I know that this meeting, we were supposed to continue conversations to address some of the options for repairs in the subdivision. And really what I would like to just say is, you know, this process kind of has, the project in and of itself has kind of felt like we're building this plane while we're flying it, you know, and we are started in 2025, we're 2026, and 2 meetings ago, it was said that we don't even have the bids placed yet for the actual asphalt and stuff done. So the likelihood that that extends into 2027 sounded pretty likely. Now, that's a situation that we're in, and I totally understand that, but as a resident, this flight is getting a little uncomfortable, you know? And so my ask tonight would be that when the decisions are given, that the decisions made that will provide the best structure for the road replacement within the subdivision. If full gutter replacement is not the option, I hope that there will be consideration what will be required for the new asphalt structure to maintain its integrity for the life that it should be maintained. I moved into Countryside in 2019, and I will tell you, our roads in there have been just as bad as the other roads in Eldon. We've been no exception to the rule. There have been, I don't know that the comments have meant to come across the way that they have, but sometimes it feels in the council meetings that I've been, is that Countryside is, what's done in Countryside does not necessarily benefit Eldon as a whole, and I think that is categorically false. You know, the comment was made, how will it look if this is done in Countryside, but not done on Mill Street or in the ditch in my front yard? And what I would say is anything that's done to Eldon benefits Eldon. When Eldon's under a boil order, Countryside is under a boil order. When the First Street repairs were done with the gutter system and the sidewalks, I think that's great for this town of Eldon. And so I would like the same approach taken when it comes to Countryside. And not just Countryside, any street that we're talking about within Eldon, it adds a benefit to the town of Eldon. So when Mill Street comes up, if repair needs to be taken, treat it as though we're looking at Eldon as a whole, not just the people on that street that is benefiting. So, that is I've talked with numerous neighbors within the subdivision, and there was an expectation because the city had said that curbing and the roads were gonna be repaired. And so that's what a lot of the individuals in the neighborhood is understanding that they're under. So I definitely feel like whatever decision has been made, like there really is gonna have to be some communication that goes out what the decision is and why it was made. So that is really all I have. It's just kind of a last kind of plea coming from the subdivision of like, you know, we're really looking to you guys. I understand that there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I understand that there's water issues, you know, that need to be addressed as well. But I don't wanna lose sight of what is needed to take Eldon into the future, and Eldon is in entirety. You know, these curbs are falling apart, they're 50 years old, they're not gonna last another 50 years. And the likelihood that in 2 years, that we're gonna go back and fix the curbing once the road's been done is very unlikely, right? We're not gonna tear the road out once it's been done to fix the curbing at that point. So that's all I have. Just really, I hope you guys really make the best decision for the structure of the project in and of itself.
Questions? Josh?
So I'm thinking that this goes back to when we were talking about the curb and the road work as a whole, so we were having a discussion about the curbs, all near.
We've got information on that ready.
Yeah, we had Nico go out there and look at it here, and we'll go over that again.
And that's why I wanted to address it tonight. I knew that was coming back up, and so I wanted to make one final. And also, I hope, the last thing I would like to say, if for some reason you guys don't feel confident in a decision tonight, don't make one, right? Like, I'd rather no decision be made tonight than the wrong decision. So that's the other thing I ask.
Thank you for the input.
Yeah.
Anyone else? If not, all right, Scott, let's go back to that.
Okay. Y'all remember this is Evan Bax, an engineer with us? Nichols. Wrong one. Okay. Sorry. Just for everybody's edification on this project was put out with repairing the asphalt streets. It's when the city decided they want to redo the entire street that we started getting into. So this package was put out complete, it was not put out in pieces, just so everybody knows. Stand up here. Getting away, so why don't you explain what you've got here and what you've done?
So the original project that Scott said already included some curb and gutter. I also went out there, some last week, and then I reconfirmed at the beginning of this week, some of the areas that are, I was specifically looking at areas that where the curb and gutter was broken, missing, had multiple cracks in specific spots, in front of driveways where it didn't exist anymore, where the gutter pan was completely bottomed out and mud was filling it. Any place like that. And whenever I came up with those totals, I did it for each of the streets, and based on what the contractor's unit prices are for the already existing Countryside Estates project, I found about $135,000 worth of replacements that are needed. That could be a little less or a little more, but I think that number is pretty accurate to what at least has to be done in order for asphalt to have a shape to mold onto whenever you guys redo that.
So these little yellow spots, that's where it's
Yes,
bad.
that's where it's bad. The blue lines, those are dimensions of it. It's a little hard to see, but I was trying to make sure I got all of Countryside in one image, so.
Okay, so then up at the top, you've got the bid service lines and fire hydrants, that's gonna be cut as well?
That's already included in the project, so.
Okay, so that's
That's already in the bid.
43,000
We
is.
told you what was gonna be already in the bid.
Okay.
What you're adding here is those bad areas. If you just choose to repair the bad areas at this time, you're adding a change order of $135,503.28.
You're talking 200,000.
That's just correct what's out there currently versus what it was for total replacement. I don't remember the exact number, but it was in millions or something.
Because the original bid included replacement of all curbs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the original bid was
Was
approved,
it 1.2?
1.3.
it was just a bid.
So we're talking
It was just
200,000.
an engineered estimate, we haven't got a date yet on it yet.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Chris,
As opposed to 1.3.
I think so.
For replacing everything. So, I mean, that's what we decided, that we go investigate at the last meeting, give you an answer of just repairing what's out there now.
So, Evan, there's at least one spot on here that I know, cause I drive by it every day, that is like smashed down from
there, that curb and guttering on that other side of that would be okay. And I know you'd have to look at it specifically, but were there places that were smashed down in the pavement, but the curb and guttering was okay on the edges?
So anywhere where it looked like the curb and gutter could last a little bit longer, I didn't include in this. This is just areas where it's visibly broken, cracked, or missing. Or there's a couple of spots where you can see it, it's like chipped in multiple places, which I don't know how to describe it, but it kind of looks actually like the sidewalk out here, now that I think about it.
Here's my thing, like, I'm not opposed to spending a little bit more than this. Like, I want it to be right for you guys. I don't wanna spend 1.3 million on it though, that's my whole thing.
100%, and here's the thing, I don't think that anyone in Countryside feels that we should get something that isn't, we just want to fix what is, if we're going through the effort to put new roads in,
Yeah.
we just want the structures to be solid.
Totally
right?
fair.
Yeah.
So will this, what you presented, this fix-it spots, will, once the entire project is completed, will this be workable, fixed, sustainable, look
We're
good?
using a lot of adjectives.
I know, but we're looking for a lot of
This,
adjectives.
this will correct what is impaired currently. Does not guarantee what will become cracked in the future
Okay, right.
or at any specific time.
And by fixing, is there any estimate of how long the fixing will last?
You can never estimate that. It's supposed to last 20 years.
Scott, what are the benefits of going with our original plan to replace the curb route?
Well, you get a total project where, you know, some of these curbs are how many years old? They will still crack. They're getting towards the end of their service life. So you will have problems a couple of years from now. You will develop more cracks in the curb.
That's what I'm saying, like, I'm not even saying that we have to limit it to this. Like, we could probably pick a few more spots if I were to guess. But again, if we're, for loose numbers, say, we're saving $1 million, again, that's where my head's at, especially if we're using a water bond to do this.
Yeah.
I think that's a little sensitive, right?
There's no way to estimate where it's gonna crack.
Understood.
And, you know, the next part, so what you end up doing is you repair what you got, in a couple of years, you look at it again and see where you're at, see if it's a big enough package to put out, maybe it takes 5 years for it to deteriorate to the point you put out another package of 100 and something thousand, and you repair it. That's all part of maintenance.
Right.
But if you start over from ground zero, from the whole thing all new, is there any estimate on how long that lasts?
That's supposed to last 20 years.
So fixing lasts as long as all new?
Yes. Now, even when you do the entire thing in brand new curb and gutter, you're still gonna have cracks, concrete cracks. What you try and do is control where that concrete cracks. And that's where the joints are placed. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
And I know my time is up, but I think that when you look at the situation that happened, it's not for aesthetic purposes, right? Like, we have curbing, it's not just a crack. I don't think anyone's worried about cracks. You have curbs that are inches below the road, right? And that's going into drives. Like, we have curbs that are disintegrated, like they're no longer there. And also, if you go through, you can see where the potholes are is really where the curbing has deteriorated because the water settles there, right?
Sure.
Like,
Yep.
and so I just don't want anyone coming away that this is just an aesthetic thing.
No, this is a
so that people are
functionality
better.
thing. I get it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So while we're going down that route, there's a couple places in Countryside where all the water goes down to the very bottom of the hill, and you guys know it, and I know Steve knows it, because he just dug a little gravel up and put it back up the hill. Is there something in place there, and you you've got curbs on both sides of those
Yeah,
to be fixed.
specifically these areas here.
Is there a way to slow that down and move it out to the sides so it doesn't come barreling down through there? Or Evan, is there a place at the bottom where you could put some sort of curvature on that road to where it doesn't barrel over the top and go in those?
I think whenever you have 6 inches of rain, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't, but it 2 inches of rain, it does it there.
Yeah.
Well,
Look at the
we-
future great house we have.
We can come in and put in storm sewer structures, gutter, curb and gutters, and with the storm collection boxes.
They're
or
there.
Inlets, because there's none there.
Yeah, there are on both sides of it. It's just the water just shoots right over the top if it.
That, we can add to the project, you know, in a correctly situation. We did not look at that. But that-
And that
yeah.
was my question, because that is a major problem, and it's been a problem forever, that it just shoots right over the top of the road, right into their yards, and there's collection on both sides and down at the bottom, and it doesn't touch it.
And we can design a correction for that. It'd be a 4 by 8 foot wide box down in the sump. You'd have probably a 24-inch pipe coming out the back, and we have to pipe it back across down somebody's yard,
It's
to
already
the back
there.
of it.
It's already there. I mean, there's already a pipe all the way through their yard. Okay, good enough, I was just curious.
Yep.
The bigger pipe, sir, what you're talking about down there, Mr. Graves,
Yeah.
is bigger than that
I know,
inlets.
that's what I'm saying, that's not gonna help.
Well, if the upside's in the street, it might help, but you're gonna have to probably catch another basin there to slow it down some.
Yeah.
Cause it does come off there awful fast.
And we can look at that if you want, add that into the project.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that a good idea? Do we need to do that while we're doing
It
this?
would help save your pavement and your curb and gutter.
I don't know if you're gonna see it down there, it is destroyed.
Let's take a look at that.
I mean, if it's gonna,
I mean, if this is the
Increase the
route you
life.
wanna go, you wanna go this route, let us know, and then we'll come back with those kind of improvements that we think necessary.
I think that makes sense.
It does
What do
make
you guys
sense. I
think?
mean, it's, you're kind of protecting your investment.
Down there, what do you think?
I think absolutely.
What do you say?
If you're gonna fix it, you fix it right.
So we're gonna put a change order together for this, we're gonna look at stormwater improvements.
Have we
We haven't gotten the
have we
motion yet.
hashed this out enough to where we wanna make a motion?
So I have a quick question. With the curve being completely obliterated and the seam of everything, once you replace the gutters, is the root cause of all that just with the rain and the settling of everything out there that's causing the curves to completely
So
disappear?
from I think one of the issues was from the old timers there is, that the waste trucks were too heavy at one point in time, and all the curbs got damaged, and the city knew about it, and no repairs were done, right? And so some of the curb had been pushed down because of the weight of the trash trucks that came through, right? So,
So we don't have that issue currently, is the trash.
No,
We
there's
do
still.
have that.
Yeah, we do. Oh, we
Because
do.
my thought is like, okay, I'm all for replacing these guys and everything like that, but how can we prevent some of that stuff? Because I get things will crack, it's concrete.
So we've regulated what they can and can't bring as far as trash trucks into the town. They aren't what they used to bring in. They're a little different. They're not, and I can't remember the exact regulation anymore, but it's not as bad as it used to be. It used to tear up the roads all over the place. If you drive around town, over to the right side of a lot of the roads, there's just a spot where there's just a hole.
Right.
And that's from where that was from before.
Okay, so we need a motion, Mr. Mayor?
What do you decide on the curve?
So if we do, this is a change order that's $135,000.
I understand that, but are you deciding on the thing we just talked about now?
Yeah, that would be the curb, just the curb.
Thing?
Plus the
No, where they look
stormwater.
down there at the
Yeah.
stormwater, no, not that. They'll have to come back with an estimate of something, whatever that's gonna cost to fix.
So what I wanna do is come back with a change order.
Yeah.
It'll be added in this project.
Add it
Well,
into
we
this
wait till they
project.
add it and do it all at once.
Right, there's no reason to get in a rush right now, is there? There's still ways out.
I just want directions, I want a motion for us to be directed into this way of doing it.
I would think
What do we
we'll have-
specifically need a motion for here?
If you want the change order to do the $135,503, which is adding those spots that haven't went around and found that are back. And for that dollar figure, that's the change order that he's asking for. The top part is already in it, that's what was in our bid in the beginning, that's
And the
fixing.
change order with the stormwater, storm sewer.
I thought the change order for the water was gonna go in with this. Or not.
Stormwater, well, I don't know how we do that without knowing a price, so we're.
No, I just need the direction, I don't need a motion, I just need that this is.
Yeah, I'm good with that, I'm good with the direction, good with repairing what's broken, getting these curves taken care of, and then looking at the stormwater drainage and hopefully improve that whole
But
situation.
they'll bring
Second.
something back for that. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The actual change order will be a document.
Yes, we will have to formally,
Yeah.
yes.
So we bring two change orders, one for the curb and gutter and then one for the.
They're all one change.
Okay. What if we don't like
Unless you
it?
want a separate change
What if
order,
we don't like it?
I can separate it.
Okay.
Change order.
Okay. Okay. Anything else before we move on? Okay, we tabled the street bid till this meeting. We wanna look at street bid wise.
What's the question?
So we tabled the last bid opening from the street repair. Only got the one.
We rejected it, didn't we?
That was rejected, discussing if we were putting it back out.
Okay. We're going to put it back out for a bid.
Yes.
We're gonna put Countryside in with it to try to make it cheaper for the whole thing.
I mean, I don't mean to be cavalier about it, I just want it done. That's it.
Well, adding it with Countryside is not going to justify it done quickly.
It'll make it cheaper, right?
And that's the thought.
Theoretically?
Yeah, theoretically, we should make it cheaper because there's a lot more square feet.
So what's the downside?
Downside is it may take longer because they've got to finish doing all the connections.
So this might be a 2027 thing too?
That might be the downside, although maybe 2027 thing anyway.
Okay.
Sorry, let me look that way. I hear one little man over there.
You're a lot better if I could see us now.
I don't know that I carry it away, so you just make a decision and go forward.
You know what?
I don't know that I care either way. I'd like to get them both done this year,
Right.
but we just need to make a decision on how to bid it back out.
What if we have a committee meeting
Streets committee,
Let's do that.
you guys will have a meeting and discuss it.
We could do that.
we actually gotta have one on this?
What?
Do it before our next meeting.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Is everyone good with that?
I'm good with that, get recommendations on that. If it needs to be done this year, we should get it.
We need to do it next meeting for sure. Okay. Okay.
Before that any meeting, somebody needs to reach out to find out from some of these companies if it's even feasible to get it done this year.
I think it's a good idea.
Because it's better to know before that meeting than
Okay.
after.
Yeah.
Okay. Staff updates. Steve? All right, Steve.
Well, good news, we got off the board, we got all that. We're still chlorinating, we're monitoring it every day, so. We're checking it 7 days a week, so, and if you have issues or anything, please contact us and we'll try to help anybody or discuss it with them or give them some knowledge on it or whatever we need to do. So other than that, the guys are gonna try to start back on the trail tomorrow, start putting up the fence. We've had quite a bit of flooding. The wastewater treatment plant got hit really, really hard. And I would like Matt to discuss a little bit on that, kind of give the board an update on exactly what happened down there.
Our UV disinfection reactors were under 7 feet of flood water, completely submerged. And we're waiting on insurance, see what we can even do. They're not functional. I called DNR. We're not gonna be able to meet our E. coli limits now. They just want us to continue sampling as normal, whether it passes or not, so. I have no idea how long it's gonna take to get them fixed, replaced, whatever we're gonna have to do. But the creek was 3 foot above the duckbill effluent discharge, and it would not let the water from the plant go out, but that's its job to keep the creek water from coming in. Well, all that backed up in the system. My 24-hour average on my flow was 5 million gallons, but I only effluent discharged 2.5 million, so the other 2.5 million was backed up in the plant and into the collection system into town. Well, that water pressurized inside those reactors, and there's 4 PVC vent tubes on each corner of each reactor, and the water was pouring up out of those and flooded the building. So, nothing we could have done any different. So I just.
Now, I know we've had issues with the stormwater system, or the sewage or wastewater systems or whatever. I know we've talked about doing some kind of system to get it pumped out.
Correct. And everybody I talked to today and yesterday, that's what they're telling me. I talked to actually Rustler Associates today, who are the ones we bought the units through. He's gonna actually he's volunteered to come down and help us once insurance tells us what to do or what we can do. He's gonna help us see what can be replaced. He's rebuilt them before, but that's the first thing he said. He said, gotta have an effluent pump of some kind to pump that out the creek when it won't let it gravity feed out like that.
Where'd we end up on that?
So if you remember right.
I'm trying, that's what I'm
That was
trying.
one of those things that we talked about, and on my suggestion, Scott was looking at potentially finding some way to get some pumps that we could hook up annually whenever this happens, to move it out or around.
Okay.
I don't know that we ever made a decision on what we're
You
gonna.
guys want to see the picture?
You guys need to look at the picture. And also, one of the things that we talked about the other day, at a meeting, was that a lot of this was due probably to I-9. So we need to throw some more money at I-9 real quick, try to get some of that fixed. Stevie, again, you threw out a number, do you know what it was?
We was talking about $200,000 in I&I.
We have it in the budget already, there's already 100,000 in there for I-9 that needs to be spent on something that hasn't been spent on anything, so. So, it used to be a once a 5-year thing, now it seems like it's a once a year thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're in a conversation, like, it's not that.
Yeah, it used to be a once a year, it's happened 3 times now in 5 years. And the 2 years that we've had it the way that it's been, it's happened both years. Not like this, this is worse, this is the worst I've ever.
Has something changed around us that's like cooling, like structures, I know cities are being built, I know things are being
Well,
built, like.
anytime you added more new structures to, like homes, larger buildings, it's a 3-to-1 ratio, so the more roof you got, the more storm water you're gonna have and going faster. Now, there's a lot of construction going on, there's a lot of drainage ditches being cleaned out, there's a lot of work being done, that the water's going faster. We updated a lot of stuff on First Street that used to leak, obviously, really bad, and we're actually sending water down through the creek faster too. So, we're doing our jobs there, but we're also having problems some other places.
Brian, to answer your question, I think we're creating some of our own problems by making some of the storms, fixing some of those and making it where the creek can't hold it all.
Yeah, so it's
a catch-22, what you fix your storm drains so that it collects down, instead of now the water's flying down through there.
Also, just to
If they need pumps to correct this, have we reached the point where getting the pumps has become critical?
I mean, from my point of view, we're building, that's not gonna stop. Elms will continue to grow, so I see.
You just had it already, didn't you?
This has to be
No,
fixed.
just rough drawings?
We went through an analysis and gave every option that we could possibly think of, including fire trucks
Yeah.
that you came up with.
That's right.
And came up with different, cost analysis, and then I think it was put on hold.
Yeah.
But that seems to be our trend, like, there's always something coming up.
Well,
And
Yeah.
it was
that's right.
mentioned a
However,
couple
this
times.
problem manifests when we hit critical mass when we have torrential rain, correct?
Correct.
And the reason when things dry out, we put it on the back burner, right? Okay.
I mean, since we're in critical, I still have more stuff on water since you guys are on critical. So,
Yeah.
but,
We can dig up all the information we had, update it, and bring it back to you.
We can do that, bring it back to us that way.
Bring it back to you.
in the light of the whole water this time, when we was chlorinating other things and going around the wells and getting everything to feed correctly and doing it as fast as we possibly could to get the town back in water services, we did discover a valve broke at our checkerboard tower. There's 2 valves that needs replaced there. We're waiting right now on Ozark applicators to get us a quote on those valves. I do not have an idea what they're gonna cost. I know they're very expensive because you have to lift a lot of heavy parts and you gotta take a lot of parts, take it apart to put it back together. So it's very time consuming. It's gonna be mostly man and cherry pickers, so it's very, very labor intense. So they're trying to give me quotes as soon as possible. The good news is we went over there, we took the valve apart and took a big pipe wrench and got the valve opened up, so it's open and the tower is functional. We're cleaning it right now and disinfecting it with chlorine to put it back in service until we can get the parts. That's the good news. The bad news is how much it's gonna cost to fix it, because I can't tell you at this time. Well, last time we did it, I think it was around, Jonathan, didn't you think it was around $7,000 or $8,000 just for the valve?
Yeah, probably.
It was somewhere around in there, so we're gonna be replacing 2 of them. I don't know at this time. So. Valves are, unfortunately, they're very expensive. We did get lucky and get it open because they was telling us they wanted $40,000 to put a valve in front of it if we couldn't get that valve open, and we did get the valve open, and everything's functional right. We can't close it now, but we have valves on the outside of the well that we can if we need to. The good news is we got it open. That saved us $40,000 right off the bat, so that made me very happy. I at least didn't have to tell you that too, so.
I'm happy too.
Me too. But in front of you, Mandy handed out a water study in 2016. I would like you guys to review it and go over it. If you have any questions, we can go over it when you're ready. But we've been working on a lot of those problems you'll see there. There was priorities. We've done quite a bit of them. There's still quite a bit to do, but you can go through there and you'll see. Now some of it's changed, like we ended out there, Sunset Strip was supposed to be at 8-inch, but we ended up having to provide more water for the expansion of Quaker windows, so we had to go with the 12-inch, but it's still updated. So there's a lot of new updates we've done. We run 8-inch from here all the way out to Quaker 2. We've run 8-inch out there by, used to be the bread factory, Puff and Smoke and all out there. So we've run a lot of lines. You can read through the list. I'm not gonna go over every one of them, but if you have any questions, let me know, where we can try to answer and give you a kind of idea of what we're facing in the future on our water system.
You talking about this list?
Yep.
So you wrote this?
Well, it was done in 2016. What I did, I typed this up last night.
Who done the study?
Archer Engineering, HR.
So here's the report. So this is the report that's been there that, when Mandy and I and Steve were kind of talking about it, it's like, we ever done one of these
There's no
back in
signature at the end.
2016. Well,
No.
so that's not the end of it. There's a whole lot of
This
information.
one, nowhere says nobody, no.
Oh, up there at the top.
HDR.
Okay, this one Steve did.
Yeah.
This one Steve did.
Okay.
This one's, the engineer that.
You got, you have 2 copies. One of them is directly from the engineer's report, or on
Got
here
that
for that
Got
one,
that
and then,
I was talking about this one.
Yeah, the other
yeah,
one's
the
Steve
other
did.
one is Steve's basically response for everything that's been done since 2016 on this report.
Mandy and I asked him to go through and say what's done.
That's
what's
fine,
been
I just get the
done.
motion.
Yeah, I got you. This is a report, if you guys wanna see it, we're trying to get an electronic copy of it, it's pretty intensive. There's some stuff in there, it tells you why we need to update certain things in certain places.
I have another book if you wanna hand out another book.
You better keep it, you may need it.
Well, I don't want them to keep it, I just saying, if they want to
This
look
one's
for it.
actually, the map for it is hanging up there, I think, that's the map for
That's
it.
figure 4, so there's 4 figures.
Yeah, and they're all maps, and it shows the size of the water lines, where they're at. One of these 4 figures shows where the water main breaks were for the last 5 years before 2016, or 2016. It's a pretty good report, if anybody wants to read through it. I read through it over the weekend. Steve's gone through and looked at it, there's a lot of stuff that's already done.
And there's a lot more to be done, but with that being said, you know, when we go in and replace a water main, we could go in and replace some of them for a certain price. To very expensive, like, you know, putting a 12-inch, you know, we can go from 25, 3,000, 4,000 to 200, 300, 400,000. So that really determines on how much money you can budget per year to get something done too. So.
There's also, in that report, there's a cost estimate to fix the top 10 priorities. It should be in there as well. What it was in 2016, I'm sure is nowhere near that now.
No, I did not give any cost estimates.
So it's in there. It's like a $2 million price tag, which I'm sure it's like 10 now. So anyway, there's a little bit of stuff to look at. If you want more information, maybe he's got the copy of your Steve. And hopefully we'll get a digital copy before too long for you guys.
If not, we can take this apart and scan it in for you so you can have it.
Okay. Anything else for Steve?
No, I just, if they have any questions, just contact me and I'll go over it.
Okay. So, you guys have a request from the city of Canton for one of our ballistic vests that we're no longer using.
Yes,
Okay.
I think that's nice. They want our stuff, hooray for them. Unless, did this man go to work for that town?
I'm not sure exactly how that all is that.
So, one of our officers has gone to work someplace else. The vests that we have are fitted directly for them, and so we don't have anyone that can wear this vest right now, so it's no good to us. However, the city of Canton would like to purchase it from us, and so it's not something like we would typically surplus, and so we would like to ask the board's approval to go ahead and sell this vest to Canton, because, Officer Weber will be able to use it at his new.
I make a motion to sell
All
it to
for it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's
Canton.
wonderful.
I make a motion to sell it to Canton.
Second.
All in favor?
And you're okay with us coming up with a price with
Yes.
them? Okay.
Chief Kittle was okay with this, right?
Yes, he's the one who brought it to me.
Okay, thank you. David?
I do not have anything that I can think of.
All right, moving on then. Okay. Bill number 43. This is this the final payment, Scott?
This is the final change order for B.P. Patterson on First Street, which I indicated to you last time was going to be 10,000 plus or minus. In order for final quantities on the project, are closed out.
It looks good, by the way, over there. You guys haven't driven down through there. It looks super.
There, we are going to, first off, the joints have to be filled in. And there are some pockets along the asphalt. I got a feeling that there's some low spots that may need to be corrected.
It moves
So we're
real
gonna
fast.
investigate those.
Real fast. Any questions?
Is this the last?
Yeah, this should be
Yeah.
it, right?
This is the last change order, and then we will have one final pay request when he comes back and corrects what we want corrected.
He's not gonna change and ask for more?
Well, we've
No,
got,
not asking anymore.
we've got retainage too, right? Not-
Yeah,
not
we're
last.
still holding retainage.
You ready?
Yep.
Make a motion to put ordinance number 43-2026 on its first reading and ask the city clerk to read it by title only.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed.
Bill number 43-2026, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute change order number 4, the agreement between the city of Eldon, Missouri and BMP Patterson LLC.
Make a motion to suspend the rules and put ordinance 43-2026 on its second and final reading and ask the city clerk to read it by title only.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Bill number 43-2026, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute change order number 4 to the agreement between the city of Eldon, Missouri and BMP Patterson LLC. Alderman Phillips.
Yes.
Alderman Weaverly.
Yes.
Alderman Crockett.
Aye.
Alderman Walker. Alderman Fair. Yes. Alderman Benson. Mr. Mayor, you have enough ayes, passage and approval.
I declare bill number 43-2026 to be ordinance 43-2026. The next one is a payment for Dittmer ditching. She was doing water in the countryside. This is a $62,152 payment. Questions?
I make a motion to put ordinance number 44-2026 on its first reading and ask the city clerk to read it by title only.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Bill number 44-2026, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute payment application number 6, agreement between the city of Eldon, Missouri and Dittmer Ditching LLC.
I make a motion to suspend the rules and put ordinance number 44-2026 on its second and final reading and ask the city clerk to read by title only.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Bill number 44-2026, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute payment application number 6, agreement between the city of Eldon, Missouri and Dittmer Ditching LLC. Alderman Phillips.
Yes.
Alderman Weaverly. Yes. Alderman Crockett.
Aye.
Alderman Walker. Alderman Fair.
Yeah.
Alderman Benjamin. Mr. Mayor, you have enough ayes and passage and approval.
I declare bill number 44-2026 to be ordinance 44-2026. 45-2026. This is back to Patterson again, and this is a payment application for $90,659.25. And then we still have a 10% retainage of $52,494. Questions, concerns?
I make a motion to put ordinance number 45-2026 on its first reading and ask the city clerk to read by title only.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Bill number 45-2026, ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute payment application number 6, agreement between the city of Eldon, Missouri and BMP Patterson LLC.
Make a motion to suspend the rules and put ordinance number 45-2026 on its second and final reading and ask the city clerk to read it by title only.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Bill number 45-2026, ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute payment application number 6, agreement between the city of Eldon, Missouri and BMP Patterson LLC. Alderman Phillips.
Yes.
Alderman Weaverly.
Yes.
Alderman Crockett.
Aye.
Alderman Walker. Alderman Fair. Yes. Alderman Benson. Mr. Mayor, you have enough ayes and passage and approval.
I declare bill number 45-2026 to be ordinance 45-2026.
Yeah, I'm still working on your May financials, and so I don't have a packet for you this meeting, I'll have it for the next one, so.
Do you have a good idea, like, where we're ending up today? I was just curious, like, Memorial Day, all that other stuff, kicking it up around the lake.
I am still working on, like, the pool, I haven't looked to see what our sales tax figures, or they should be, they probably hit the bank today, and so I haven't looked yet, but yeah, if you want me to go ahead and send you that information, I'll be happy to do that once I get it, otherwise we'll just get it the next meeting.
Yeah.
But keep in mind that your sales tax figures don't come in the following month, they come in 2 months after that, so we won't see those immediately.
I just wanna say, you guys are doing a great job. I mean, adverse conditions, be doggone, you know? You're doing a great job, and the work you're doing is so meaningful to the community and so necessary. And everybody is holding their head up and walking proud, and you're doing great. I'm very proud of each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you, Nancy. Appreciate all you guys' hard work.
Anything else? If not, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion adjourned.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
We're going to close session. Oh, it's canceled?
I've got somebody.